none of that stupid. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a lie. I don't even like baby oil.
Thank God that God gave us a Will Smith, and that's real talk.
Thank you
For
very
real,
much,
I love
man.
you on
Thank
the
you very
realest,
much.
realest
Thank
black
you. Nothing but
Team
love, brother.
God warrior. We love you.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Love,
Y'all be
thank you.
good. Have fun.
Say what's up to the family. Love.
Well, they sitting at the table right now. I got to get back in there and get some Easter dinner.
I don't want to get you in trouble with Jada. Go do your thing, player.
Y'all be good now.
All right.
Will Smith's inner circle just cracked wide open. His so-called best friend dropped a bombshell, claiming he walked in on Will in a shocking moment with another man. Now everyone's asking, why is he speaking out now? And how deep does this rabbit hole really go? Let's be real. Rumors about Will's private life have been floating around for years. At first, they were just whispers, quiet enough to ignore. Then people started joking about him, brushing him off like gossip. But those whispers, they've turned into a roar. And this time it's coming from someone who used to be right beside him, Brother Bilal. He says he's done keeping secrets. Bilal insists this isn't some secondhand story or made-up drama. He says he saw something with his own eyes that completely changed how he viewed Will behind closed doors. According to him, it was a private moment between Will and Dwayne Martin that didn't match the clean, family man image the public's been fed for decades. After that, Bilal claims Will started calling him privately, not to explain, but to warn him. At first, the messages were subtle. Then they got darker. Bilal says Will even brought up an old Hollywood story involving a trans woman named Shalimar, who was allegedly linked to Eddie Murphy, and hinted at how people connected to uncomfortable truths can suddenly vanish or see their whole lives ruined. That was enough to make the message clear: stay quiet. Bilal says that moment told him everything. It wasn't about friendship anymore. It was about power, reputation, and protecting an image worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And when these claims finally exploded online, Will and Jada came out swinging hard. Will called it all lies. Jada went even further, saying Bilal was making it up for money and that he was never even close to Will or worked with him like he claimed. She hinted that a lawsuit was coming, making it sound like things were about to get very serious. But then something wild happened. Bilal didn't flinch. Instead of backing down, apologizing, or disappearing like most people do when lawyers start circling, he doubled down, publicly, loudly.
You called her a dope fiend.
Yeah, I called her bald-headed dope fiend, without question. I told her she better sue me because
she said to TMZ when they asked her when she left the Breakfast Club,
yes,
she looked. They was like, well, what do you got to say? And she was like, we're suing, and I was just like, okay,
right.
That's been about 2 years.
Yeah,
and we haven't gotten a lawsuit.
He dared him to sue him, straight up saying that if any legal papers ever hit his doorstep, he'd walk into court with receipts, evidence, and witnesses. He swore he wasn't bluffing, and he definitely wasn't scared. That's when things got really awkward, because after that bold challenge, Jada went completely silent. No lawsuit, no follow-up statement, no legal move, just total quiet. Weeks rolled by, then months, and eventually almost 2 whole years passed, and still nothing. Then January 2026 hit, and Bilal suddenly resurfaced, this time on Tasha K's platform. He repeated every single thing, same story, same energy, same bold attitude. Once again, he reminded everyone that despite all the talk, nobody had sued him yet. But he didn't stop there, oh no. Bilal said this wasn't just about Will anymore. He claimed Will and Jada had a pattern of pulling people into their world, using their fame.
So, all right, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having sex with Will.
Let me process that for a second. Who was on top?
It wasn't a top. There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up. Murder. It was murder in there.
Okay. What did you do?
I froze. What do you, see, I'm not used to seeing. Listen, it's traumatizing.
Charm and power to draw others in, then tossing them aside when things got messy. That's when he dropped the name that sent shockwaves through fans everywhere: Brashear Gray. Empire fans remember Brashear as the breakout star, the young actor who had it all: fame, money, and a career that was skyrocketing. But then everything suddenly collapsed. Arrests, mental health breakdowns, public meltdowns, career gone. According to Bilal, that downfall didn't just happen. He claimed Brashear got pulled into Hollywood's elite too fast, thrown into high-level circles, and exposed to things no young actor should have faced that early. Bilal said he spoke with Brashear privately and described him as emotionally broken.
I've never seen it. I don't watch gay porn. You know, I never seen a man of a man.
Will Smith was bent over.
And Dwayne was killed. I don't know. I don't.
You didn't look that close.
Listen, even when I was with the deer in the headlights and I finally said, oh shit. And they turned around and said, close the fucking door, right? So I back out the door. I'm not going in there. No, I ain't going up in there. I back out the door, lock the door, I leave.
Crying, confused, and feeling betrayed by people he trusted. Bilal alleges that Brashear told him he was taken advantage of and mistreated by powerful men in the industry, including people connected to both Will and Diddy. He painted a dark picture of manipulation and exploitation, saying the young star never fully recovered from what he went through. Jaguar Wright jumped in next, backing up Bilal's claims. She said Brashear was yet another example of young talent getting chewed up and spit out by an industry that only cares when you're useful, then tosses you aside the second you're not. It's a brutal cycle that keeps repeating, and she said Brashear's story fit that pattern perfectly. Then the conversation naturally circled back to August Alsina, the situation that always felt strange to people. A young artist already struggling with serious health problems, emotional pain, and trying to find some kind of stability. And right there was Jada Pinkett Smith, presented to the world as a healer, mentor, and spiritual guide. But according to August himself, what started as guidance turned into something completely different, a relationship that left him emotionally wrecked. August said Will knew about it and even approved, but the entire thing left him feeling used and broken, not healed at all.
It's a damn mess. It's no other way to put it. This dude is going crazy, right? He's out there allegedly with male. He's pissing in the trailer. He's acting psychotic, right?
The same thing he's doing now.
Beyond that. But this is why a show is going on, right? So I'm like, I pull him to the side, right? And I said, listen.
When that Red Table Talk episode dropped, and Jada dropped the now infamous word entanglement to describe what went down with August Alsina, it blew up everywhere. The clip went viral overnight. But when the dust settled, August ended up looking like straight up collateral damage. Word on the street says August didn't just accidentally end up around Diddy's circle either. People believe Will himself made that introduction.
I'm here to help you and so forth and so on. So he was like, all right, I feel that. He said, everybody on the set know you. Everybody seem like they love you. I want to love you because everybody else loves you. I said, if that's what you want to do, then do it. But he kept acting up. And then one day I said, what the F is wrong with you? And he was like, you know. He said, you know Will, me. You know Diddy made me. You know what's going on. You know Charlie made me. And I said, I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. So he crying, no blood is coming from his nose. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I'm like.
And that's where things allegedly started getting darker. Whispers claim it wasn't only about music connections, but about getting pulled into the same secretive party lifestyle that surrounded Diddy for years. When Diddy's legal chaos hit the headlines, Will denied ever being part of those scenes, but the internet wasn't buying it. Old photos, videos, and shared industry ties started resurfacing, painting a much different picture. Once people began digging deeper into Diddy's past, things got even messier.
Will says, I gotta talk to you. So I said, about what? He said, you know what? And I said, I don't know what you're talking about. And he said, oh, you know what I'm talking. I said, well, I have no idea. What are you talking about? What we need to finish today? Like, I'm trying to get that out. So he said, no, we need to talk. So he said, listen, I made a call. Some papers are going to come here today. I need you to sign them. And I said, why am I signing papers?
Stories about Usher living with him as a teen started circulating again, and those old clips of a young Justin Bieber hanging around Diddy at just 13 suddenly felt a lot less innocent. What once looked playful now gave off serious red flags, and patterns started to appear that couldn't be ignored. Now, there's a theory spinning online that Will might have learned from Diddy, learned how influence and power can shield people, how mentorship can sometimes be twisted into manipulation, and then allegedly repeated that same pattern with Brashear, with August, and maybe even others. Nothing's been proven for sure yet, but those overlapping connections, they're way too hard to ignore. Will's silence right now is what's really turning up the heat. Since Diddy's entire empire started collapsing, Will has completely disappeared from the conversation. No outrage, no statements, no attempts to distance himself. Just silence. And that silence is loud. People can't help but ask, why?
And he said, listen, I'm trying to protect you. So he says 3 things that make me scared, because I fear no man but Allah. But I don't fear nothing but Allah. And he said that you remember I'm saying it right.
Why protect someone you claim you weren't even close to? Why do so many young men connected to the same circles end up spiraling the exact same way? Here's what's really catching attention. Why are there always threats of lawsuits, but no actual lawsuits ever filed? At this point, folks are starting to see this isn't just about rumors or sexuality. It's about power, control.
That I extorted you. You said as a money shakedown. You said a lot of things about me to get other networks or other podcasters or bloggers scared for me to come on because they think they're going to be sued. Well, Tasha wasn't sued and I wasn't sued. So you got 2 weeks to issue an apology, because me and Will's situation were about business. And I want you to sue. If not, Jada, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you because you know that you're a liar and you know that the things that...
And protecting an image. It's about who gets shielded when the truth starts creeping too close for comfort.
I was going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, I think from there, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement.
Nobody's saying every detail is fact, but let's be real. The streets don't just start buzzing for no reason. There are too many overlapping stories, too many similar endings, too many people breaking down after getting caught up in the same high-profile circles. So now the question remains, what really happened behind those closed doors?
To show that it was true. So from that, that's when Jada responded out of anger, not out of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because for her to be a global iconic superstar, you rushed to the Breakfast Club to say, number one, that, I extorted you. There was a money shakedown. You said you didn't have all the facts. So that puts you in legal jeopardy right now. You said all the facts will come out. None of the facts came.
Was it true mentorship or manipulation disguised as opportunity?
Dope fiend.
Yeah, I called her bald-headed dope fiend, without question. I told her she better sue me because
she said to TMZ when they asked her when she left the Breakfast Club,
yes,
she looked. They was like, "Well, what do you got to say?" And she was like, "We're suing," and I was just like, "Okay,
right."
That's been about 2 years.
Yeah, and
we haven't gotten a lawsuit yet.
2 hours.
Okay,
and I said some pretty, what some people may think to be outrageous things, but I knew them to be true and had the evidence.
And how many lives were quietly altered just to keep certain powerful images polished and untouched. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share if you want more deep dives like this. This story is far from over.